She went on to win the IFBA World Flyweight title. And then she had some injuries, and she kind of retired for quite a while and made a comeback. Now that is, comebacks are tough. Everybody knows that in this game. Comebacks are tough. And for us, macho guys, we think, now, come on, girls don't make a comeback. That's what happened. She made a tremendous comeback. She won another title. She won the Interim Women's International Boxing Association title. She had 9 World Championship bouts, winning 4 of them. She retired and made a great comeback, and that's exceptional. She had a great boxing skills. She's strong, hit hard, got a great right hand. And she had a good job. So let's welcome Jolene to the National Boxing Hall of Fame.
Well, this is one way for us to get to know each other. It's not like I'm nervous or anything. But actually, it's better this way because there's so much I want to tell you, and the fact that the National Boxing Hall of Fame has brought us all together, this makes it possible for me to share this very special moment with you. And there are certain things in this world that deserve a voice, myself included. So if you give me a few minutes, this is my voice, this is my story, and this is what I'd like to share with you. Along the way, I figured out early on that boxing is a metaphor for life, and that it helps us grow as spiritual beings. The tribulations we face along the way aren't meant to break us, but they're there to help us grow, bond and connect us with each other, and they actually bring us closer to God, believe it or not. And they write our stories and make them so much more interesting.
Thank you.
As a fighter, I know it's my duty as a warrior to use my resilience and strength to help others by generating warmth and compassion and bringing that into the world. We need it so badly. And as you and I become friends, please keep in mind that I'm more than just a boxer. I'm definitely a warrior and humanitarian, but I'm a caregiver, a healer, a teacher, a student, a seeker, nonconformist, and a total nerd. But no matter what hat we wear, we all share one common thread, and that's we all face fears. But how we decide to respond to that fear, that's what will define us with either cowardice or bravery. And right now, I'm scared to death that I might be yanked off this stage before I get a chance to finish speaking my truth, because I think my truth will resonate with many of you, and I give you your voice as well. But anyway, how we walk through the fire with vigilance and poise, that takes a lot of courage. And that elegance benefits everyone, including ourselves. So for those of you guys just getting to know me, I've been competing, as Bill said, professionally across the ring for across 3 decades. I started in the mid-90s until as recently as last year at the age of 46. Picked up a couple world titles, division titles along the way. Seldom a tune-up fight, always at a disadvantage. I never had a soft opponent, and I was always on the wrong end of those weird controversial decisions. But, many of you don't know who I am. And there are some of you, I know, I've heard it, you think I'm just an ordinary fighter, and that's okay. And it's a little par for the course in terms of who's women in the sport, but my team knows I'm a beast. And my opponents and their trainers always respected me, and that matters. There's a reason why many a fighter avoided me over the years. But the sweetness for me lies in that this National Boxing Hall of Fame saw and acknowledged me as a knight in tarnished armor. So the gift of this induction makes me truly proud of my story, warts and all, because my marred boxing career did not take the trajectory that I thought it would, or should. But a lot of that's on me, based on the decisions I made to retain balance in my life. And boxing's been a huge part of my life, but not the only thing. It couldn't be. I learned I was bigger than that, and that the universe had taught me that I have something more to bring to the world than what can be confined in just one single arena. I could have taken the traditional route and moved to Vegas, LA, New York, wherever, to immerse myself in boxing echelons and pursue wealth and stardom, become a social media darling. That wasn't what I was about, and I still would have found a lack of opportunity because of my gender, my race, age, marketability, popularity, whatever it was. But rather than force it, I rolled with the punches and I decided to live soulfully and keep what was truly important to me. And that was to be loyal to my coaches and loyal to my family. My coaches were loyal to me, so my opportunity became shared with them. My family needed me to be the cornerstone for them and to support and nurse them as they died. And in some cases, as with my mom, I could nurse her to steer her away from death's door. And that led me down an entirely different path where I have become a hospice volunteer for a number of years, save animals and ad nauseam. I won't bore you with that. But the nerd in me also had an academic side, and this was important because this is an important part of the timeline. I earned my bachelor's degree with honors while I was winning and defending my first world title. That was a lot of work. And I needed that. I needed that diploma and my brain to carve a completely separate career outside of boxing. I needed that to financially support myself because Lord knows that it made diddly squat in boxing, especially as a woman. So, after I had a 10-hour workday and commute, and I would commit myself to train every day, day in and day out, following that routine. Use up all my vacation time so I could go travel to fight. That's been my life for the past 17 years and counting. And I haven't had the luxuries that the men and many freedoms that young fighters do. But if you're talking wisdom, experience, and that good old-fashioned mama strength that comes with age, that's me. And it's a miracle that I'm at this age. When I was a teenager, my mom would come in and she'd say, "Well, today's your birthday." This is my mom's voice. "I'm surprised you're still alive and that you've made it this far." And we'd laugh, but we had to because it was true. Once I left my childhood, to save my life, took a difficult path would be a gross understatement. But that's the good stuff. In fact, that's the really interesting stuff that belongs in the book or in conversations that you and I might have. So, regardless, I survived, defying the odds, persevering, keeping my sense of humor. That translated into the ring so easily. I could find success there too. And I got to where I am in terms of historical point with no amateur record to speak of. And I'll tell you why. Because there was no amateur program for women, for girls, when I first started boxing. In the early 90s, and I'm not talking women weren't allowed or equally represented in the Olympics or being showcased on major men's cards. Definitely those are relevant issues today. But I'm saying women were still battling in court for the legal right to box at all. This is globally, USA Boxing included. So we had to kind of learn on the ropes back then. The doors were literally closed, and I remember those phone calls when we still used phones like this. And we're looking for a gym, and they'd say, "We don't train women." Click. That was very common. And where's Joe? Alpha belts. Women weren't welcome to fight for alpha belts until around 2005, and I was 5 years into a 9-year hiatus before that door opened, and so that actually opportunity has escaped me. But even when given a snowball's chance in hell of accomplishing this or winning that, my life had already taught me there is a chance, little snowball. Success is possible, but you have to have the guts and that daring ambition to move forward in the face of fear, judgment, rejection, failure, because that's how you know what you're capable of. That's how you know what you can accomplish. And so what if you lose? Did you learn something? Did you grow? Were the odds stacked so high against you, but you went for it anyway? If so, to me, you can't fail. And so what if you win? How you conduct yourself in victory is just as much a testament to your character as how you handle yourself in defeat. To me, more so. Would I rather have 8 wins and 8 losses on my record? Absolutely. But if they came to me because they were handed to me by an easy opponent that no business being in the ring, or I was the promoter's girl who got the victory, even though we all know I didn't win the fight. I know I wouldn't be proud of that. But I can be proud of my cast of characters. I'm wrapping it up just to say thank you. This is the most important part. I wouldn't be here today without them. God, for the gifts that no man can teach, to my trainers. You know, they're never thinking enough. They are much more than mere coaches. Jose Satal, James Thomas, Kalina Fernandez, thank you for giving me the polish that makes me shine. And my mom, dad, my family, my sister Kelly, for the strong foundation to help me thrive. Dee Defoe, Cheryl Houlihan, so many other of my great friends for their support inside and outside the ring. And my favorite part, this is just the closing seconds, this brings it all together. This is the sweetness for me. 20 years ago, Hall of Famer Shelley Williams had come up to me after one of my fights, and she's the IFBA commissioner. And she said, Jolene, she said, for you, the sky's the limit. And no one had ever said that to me before. And so I listened to her, and I believed her. And Shelley, I will take those moments with me to the grave because I relied on those words so many times to give me purpose, to give me hope, and to give me inspiration that one day I'd be recognized and heard. And here I am today on this stage saying thanks for this humbling and prestigious honor.